channel. So in today's video, we're going to learn about the human circulatory system, which is related to cardiac in doctor term. Like you might have heard about this term, or you might have not. But today, I'm going to explain it in detail. So watch till the end, and if you like my video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to share it to your friends. So, what is the circulatory system? The circulatory system is a network that allows blood to flow throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to cells, while removing waste products like carbon dioxide. The system consists of heart, blood vessels, and blood cells. Working with the respiratory system, it ensures that oxygen reaches tissue and carbon dioxide is expelled. Without the circulatory system, our cells won't receive the necessary materials to function properly, and waste products would build up, causing harm. So basically, circulatory system is basically a network which is like a blood flow throughout the body, which delivers the oxygen, nutrients, and even hemoglobin, which is known as blood cells and white blood cells, throughout it. And it gives every part of the organ. It passes to every part of the organ, and it is like contributed and like it is like contributed with the respiratory system. So the heart, structure and function. The heart is a muscular organ located in the chest, slightly to the left of the center. It acts as a body pump, ensuring that body keeps moving throughout the circulatory system. The heart has four chambers, two atria and two top, and two ventricles on the bottom. These chambers work together to pump oxygen, poor blood to the lungs, and oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. The heart contracts and relaxes in a regular rhythm, known as a heartbeat, ensuring a continuous flow of blood. Basically, the heart is basically a muscular organ which is like located in our chest. It's basically towards the left and center. It basically pumps the blood and ensuring that it moves, and this whole process is known as the circulatory system. It basically has four chambers. It has two atria on the top and two ventricles on the bottom. So these all chambers work together and pump oxygen. The poor blood is transferred to the lungs, and the oxygen-rich blood is transferred to the rest of the body. Types of blood vessels. There are three main types of blood vessels. Arteries, which carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to the body. They have thick elastic walls to withstand the high pressure from the heart's pumping action. Veins bring deoxygenated blood back to the heart. They have thinner walls and often contain valves to prevent blood from flowing backward. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels that connect arteries and veins. So these thin-walled vessels are where oxygen, nutrients, and waste are exchanged between blood and tissues. This is an image of a live artery. So this is how an arteries work if we talk in real life 3D vision. And this is a vein, and these tiny like donut shaped balls are basically known as red blood cells. We'll talk about them later. Over here we have some of the capillaries. So how blood circulates through the body? Blood circulates through two major loops, pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation. In pulmonary circulation, blood flows from the heart to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. This oxygen-rich blood then returns to the heart. In systematic circulation, the heart pumps this oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. As blood moves through the body tissues, it delivers oxygen and collects waste products like carbon dioxide, which are then transported back to the heart and lungs. So basically, in pulmonary circulation, the blood that it flows through the heart, and then when it releases the carbon dioxide, it again returns to the heart. And in systematic circulation, the heart pumps the blood to the rest of the body. As blood moves from the body to use, it delivers oxygen and waste products like carbon dioxide, which are transported back to the heart and lungs. So, what is blood made of? Blood is made of several components, each with a vital function. Red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. The red blood cells, RBCs in short, are responsible for carrying oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues and bringing carbon dioxide back to the lungs for exhalation. White blood cells, in short, WBCs, help the body fight infections and are important part of the immune system. Now, platelets. Platelets are small cell fragments that play a key role in blood clotting. Helps to stop bleeding when we get a cut. You might see like when your body gets a cut, or basically you get a paper cut or like that, you feel like the blood is coming out of your skin. To prevent germs from getting inside your skin, these little cells, platelets, now go to your skin and start to clot the blood, which helps to support, like they help to stop bleeding when we get a cut and prevents germs to getting inside our body. Plasma. Plasma is a liquid portion of blood that carries nutrients, hormones, and waste products throughout the body. The cardiac cycle. The heart works by contracting and relaxing in a cycle called the cardiac cycle. When the heart contracts, called systole, it pumps it pumps blood out of the ventricles into the arteries. When the heart relaxes, called diastole, it fills with blood again. The heart leapt up sound comes from the valves opening and closing during this cycle. The right side of the heart pumps blood to the all lungs, while the left side pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. This continuous process keeps our blood flowing and cells the supplies with oxygen. Maintaining a healthy circulatory system. Now we learn about the circulatory system, the heart, the blood, the cells, and even the cardiac cycle. Now, how can we maintain a healthy circulatory system? Maintaining a healthy circulatory system is essential for overall well-being. A balanced diet that includes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins helps keep the heart and blood vessels healthy. Regular physical activity strengthens the heart, making it more efficient at pumping blood. Avoiding smoking, limiting fatty foods, and reducing salt and sugar intake can also reduce the risk of heart disease. Staying hydrated is important for maintaining the volume of blood and ensuring that nutrients and oxygen can be effectively transported by the cells. Common circulatory system problems. Now, several health problems can affect the circulatory system. Hypertension, high blood pressure, occurs when the force of blood against artery walls is too high, which can lead to heart diseases in atherosclerosis is a condition where fatty deposits build up in the arteries, restricting blood flow. A heart attack happens when the blood supply to the part of the heart is blocked, usually due to a clot, usually causing damage to heart tissue. A stroke occurs when blood flows through the brain is blocked, depriving brain cells of oxygen and leading to potential brain damage. So these are the common circulatory system problems, which include high blood pressure and also the heart attacks, which comes from basically when usually from a clot or causing damage to heart tissue. So let's have a last review. Let's review what we learned today about circulatory system. The heart, blood, and the blood vessels work together to transport oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. Healthy habits like eating well and exercising keep the circulatory system strong. So I hope you love this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to share it to your friends. Thank you.